Hello everyone, Namaste. Welcome back to my class once again. I am Rajan Sarumagar, your English teacher. Last time I had taught you question tag, and today also as usual I have very good content for you, and it's voice. So before starting voice, obviously we should know some essential parts of voice. First of all, we will know them, we will have some information about them, then we will start voice. So let me show you this site. What are the essential part of voice? So I'm going to show my slide, and then you can see here the essential parts of voice. First of all, we should have information about them, then it will be very easy for you to make active and a passive voice. So see this. First of all, subject. Subject is a very essential part of a voice. You should know what exactly subject is. Next is object. Okay, it is also another essential part of voice. So you should know the what is exactly object. Sometimes one sentence has two objects, so at the time we will know. Next is the tense and be verb. On the basis of the tense, we should use the be verb in active voice. So that's why I will show you what are the be verb on the basis of the tense. Next is the verb 3. Verb 3 is a very important. Okay, it is the heart of a passive voice. So we should know how to change and what is be verb. And others are obviously subjective and objective case, and the types of the sentence. These are very important. Even the big subject, even the other verbs which do not take by preposition in passive voice. So we will know this all, then we will start voice. So, but question is here, some students may have a problem that how to know what subject is. So when you have such a question, that when you have such a difficulty to know subject, then you can ask one WS word, and this WS word is who. Use who WS word to find out subject. If you have any problem, then use W as who's, this W as a word to find out subject. Later also I will show you how to use it. Okay. Next is object. I have told you that sometimes one sentence contains two objects. So in such a case, how to find out object? So let me show you the W as a word. Use what, and to whom. W as words to find out object. You can use what. If you don't get the answer, then use to whom. Then you can find the answer. You can find object. Okay. So I will show you how to use these words also. So after discussing these essential parts of voice, now let's start our. As I have told you, we should know big subjects and those verbs which do not take by preposition, and subjective and objective case, and types of sentence. Okay. So first of all, we will discuss here be verb on the basis of the tense. Okay. So let me show you. Simple present. Simple present. If there is a verb 1 or verb 5, verb 1 or verb 5, then you should be sure that this is a simple present. When there is a simple present, then you need to use be verb, and there are 3 be verbs for simple present, and they are am, ich, are. Am, ich, are. I think I should not tell you that which subject take I and which noun or pronoun take are and is. So next is simple past. Similarly, if there is a verb 2 in a sentence, then you should be sure that this is a simple past. And simple past has 2 be verbs. They are watch and wear. Obviously, what's this be verb is used with a singular noun or pronoun, and where this be verb is used with a plural noun or pronoun. Simple future starts with, obviously there are will or shall and verb 1, and simple future has BEB verb. Let me now brief it here. Simple present emitter, simple past watchware, and simple future be stand itself. After completion of the simple, now let's start continuous. Present continuous, MHR plus verb 4, then it has one be verb, and that is being, being. Remember, if there is MHR after verb 4, then that is present continuous, and when there is a present continuous, then in passive voice you should use being. Now watch were plus verb 4. If these are in a sentence, then you should be sure that that is past continuous, and past continuous has the same verb, that is being. So according to the rules, formally we don't use future continuous, we don't use present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, and future perfect continuous in passive voice, but informally we can use them in passive voice. Later we will discuss how to use them, but now focus here. Past continuous, being, be verb, present perfect, past perfect, and future perfect, they have same be verb, that is a been. Continuous, past continuous, present continuous, they have same be verb, that is a being, and past, present, and future perfect, they have same be verb, that is being. So these are about be verbs on the basis of the tense. Next, we have some modal verbs like can, could, should, would, going to, need to, must, may. With these modal verb, we use be verb. Be verb. Sure. So after completion of this be verb on the basis of the tense, now let me show you another. Types of the sentence for voice. This is very, very important, all of you. Remember, before starting voice, you should know the types of the tense. And you should also know that how many types of the sentence are used in passive voice. Okay. So obviously there are 5 types of the sentence. One is assertive sentence. It starts with subject and ends with full stop, like I go home. I go home. I is a subject, and obviously this sentence ends with a full stop. So this is called assertive sentence. And another is I don't go home. This is also assertive sentence because it starts with subject and ends with full stop. Next is interrogative sentence. It starts with W as a word, like W at means, let me tell you, W means what, where, which, why, who, and at means how. So in short form, it's called W at. So W as a word or auxiliary verb and ends with question mark. Let's take example like S no question and WH questions. Do you have book? Do you have book? It starts with do, and do is auxiliary verb and ends with the question marks. This is called S no questions. And there is a W as a word like where do you go? Starts with a where, and where is a W as a word and ends with question mark. So it is called WH questions, and another is S no questions. And we know that interrogative sentence is used to ask question, to inquire, okay, to know the reasons. Next is imperative sentence. Let me tell you, it starts with a main verb like a verb 1 and ends with a full stop. And I should not tell you that more, I think, because imperative sentence is used to command, order, request, and even to give responsibility. Let me tell you, imperative sentence is used to command, order, request, and give responsibility. How to use this imperative sentence into voice, in voice, I will we will talk later. Next is optative sentence. It starts with may, y, may, word, and ends with exclamatory mark. You can see the mark also this side, exclamatory mark. Like, and this sentence is used to cause someone, to wish someone, to bless someone. This optative sentence is used to cause, bless, and wish. For 3 purposes we use. We will talk later how to use the optative sentence in voice. Another is exclamatory sentence. It starts with exclamatory word like hooray and ends with exclamatory mark. And this types of sentence is used to show your happiness or your surprise or your sadness, like alas, he is no more. So this is exclamatory sentence, and alas, he is no more means showing sadness. So now just I have shown you the 5 types of the sentence. A question is here, do these all types of the sentence use in passive voice? No. So let's see how many types of the sentence are used in passive voice. Only 4 types of the sentence are used for making passive voice. They are assertive sentence, interrogative sentence, imperative sentence, optative sentence, and obviously exclamatory sentence is not used in passive voice. We use only assertive, interrogative, imperative, and optative, these types of sentence. So now let me show you another. I hope you have got the types of the sentence and how many types of the sentence are used in voice, passive voice. Now let me show you another big subject. Look at this. Everybody, everyone, someone, somebody, no one, nobody, people. These big subjects are not written in passive voice. Just keep this in your mind. Later we will practice, then you will know that why these are not used. Because everybody, everyone, someone, this show that these subjects do not show exact people. So that's why these are called big subjects. And big subjects are not written in passive voice. Okay? We will have a practice later. Another is a subjective and objective case. This is very important to know subjective and objective case. Like, let me show you. I, me. If me is there as object in active voice, then me should comes first and stands as a subjective case. So what is the subjective case of me? You can see in the slide. I. You, him, he, her, she, it, us, we, them, they. Okay, when there is this objective case, then obviously we should change them into subjective case, and in that, at the time you should use, if there is a me as an object, then you should write I. You as an object, then you should write you, and him as an object, then you should write he. Okay, later also we will practice. Just to have an example about this. Use of by, with, in, to, at preposition in passive voice. All the students, they think only one preposition is used in passive voice, but that's wrong. By preposition only is not used in passive voice. There are some verbs which take different preposition. Let me show you which verb take what prepositions. Satisfy, please, cover, fill. When they are such above, then we don't use by prepositions. If you write by, like Susan satisfies me, and if you write I am satisfied by Susan, then that is wrong, because in the place of by we need to write with. I am satisfied with Susan, you need to write. If you write by, then that is wrong. So remember these four verbs: satisfy, please, cover, fill. With this verb, we don't use by, we use with in the place of by. Next, marry, know, oblige. With these three verbs, we don't use by, we use to. Like Ram or Sita. Sita was married by Ram. If you write, then that is wrong, because in the place of by you need to write to, because marry, know, oblige, these three verbs take to. Let me give you example. Sita was married to Ram. That's correct. Next, contain interest. Contain interest. With these two verbs, you need to use in. In preposition in the place of by. I will give you example later also, we will, while practicing. Next, surprise, shock. Surprise, shock. With these two verbs, we use at prepositions. Like, the result surprised me. Me come first. I was surprised by result, then that is wrong, because you have a use here by, and there is surprise verb. So what should we use? You need to use I was surprised at the result, then that's correct. So this is how we use. Let me show you last. Rest of the other verbs take by. Rest of other verbs except these shown above take by prepositions. Okay, so now we need to happen our practice. I have told you that. Let me remind you once again: simple present MHR verb, simple past whatsoever verb, simple future be verb, and all perfect just be and been. All continue except future continuous, we use being, being. Now let's have a practice. Let me show you here. Anu calls me. Anu calls me. Who calls? Who calls? Anu. So Anu is subject. To whom? Me. To whom? Me. So me is object. What is above there? There is CALL. S. CALLS. S means this is a verb 5. So verb 5 means which tense? Verb 1 and verb 5 means which tense? That is a simple present. And what are the simple present the be verbs? You can see the site. M, H, R. So I have told you that me is object. This is the objective case, and it should be written first, and it becomes subjective case. What is the subjective case of me? I had shown you the slide. Subjective case of me is I. Okay, I. Now we need to choose be verb. I take am, is, or are. Which be verb? Obviously am. So I am. And now we need to change this verb 5 calls into verb 3. What is the verb 3 of CALLS called? Obviously called. CALLED, called. By whom? By Anu, or you can write her. By Anu or her. So Anu calls me. I am called by Anu. Now question is here, what will be in the place of CALLS calls if there is a verb 2? Like Anu called me. This is a simple past because there is a verb 2. And what is a simple past? What are the be verb of simple past? We know that they are watch and wear. So what is subject? Anu. What is the main verb? Verb 2. That's why this is simple past, and it has two be verb, watch and wear. And what is the object here? Object is here me. So we need to write object first in passive voice, becomes I, and I take which verb? Watch or wear? Obviously watch. So I watch, then verb 3 called is called. I was called by Anu or her. So this is. Now let's take a help. We will going to practice here. Okay. So he, let me show you. He, R-E-A-D-S, reads a book. He reads a book. He is subject and he is as a doer here. So this is active voice. Simply, why it is active voice? Because subject is active. Subject is as active here. Subject stand as a a doer. So this is active voice. Okay. So subject is he. This is verb 5. So verb 5 means obviously this is simple present. Simple present. And what is object here? A book. A book is object. Object is a book. Okay. So object should come first. Object should come first. And let me first of all tell you that he reads a book. This is a simple past. And what kind of sentence it is? It is obviously assertive sentence because it starts with the subject, ends with the full stop. So this is assertive types of the sentence, and this is simple present. So a book should be written here, a book. And now it's time to use a be verb. So this is a simple present. So what are the be verbs of simple present? Obviously you know. They are am, each, are. Am, each, are. A book is singular. A book is singular. So singular take am, each, or are. Obviously it takes I as each. Now this reads verb should be written here, changing into verb 3. So what is a verb 3? Reads. Reads. A book is read by. He is here. Then what is the objective case of he? I had shown you. Then it is him. A book is read by him. He reads a book. A book is the object. This is a simple present. So am, it's, are. So it's here. Read is verb 3 by him. Now question is here, if there are books like some books, he reads some books. So obviously some books, this is object. So here should be some books. So some books is no. So some books, this is plural. So plural take are. So we need to write here A-R-E-R. Some books are read by him. This is okay. I am showing the example of one object. Now what will be when there are the two objects and how to find them? Now let me show you. Okay, I can cover from here. C. Okay, C. K and okay, let me write for okay. C G I V E S gives me a pen. She gives me a pen. So I'm giving the example of verb 5 still. Okay, this is a verb 5, so simple present. Okay, she gives me a pen. So what is the object here? Who gives? She. So she is a subject. To whom? To me. So this is object, and this is called first object. What? A pen. So a pen is second object. Second object. So now you can use both objects one by one. Let me use first of all first object. So when this me come first and becomes I, and this is a simple present, so obviously am is R. So here should be am, I am. So verb 3 of gives is G-I-V-E and given what? Obtained by whom? By her. This is use of first object. And now how to use the second object? Second object is what? Obtain. So write on here obtain is, this is singular, so is obtain is given, you can write here to me by her. So this is okay. I'm showing you example of two objects and how to find out the object also. I just gave you example. So this is okay. Now let's have practice. Today, because of the lack of the time, we may learn only the assertive and interrogative sentence. So let me show you now assertive and interrogative sentence example. Okay, once again. They have cats or rat. They have cats or rat. Okay. So what is let's change. They have cats. Sorry, they have caught. C-A-U-Z-S-T. Here should be verb 3, and this is they have caught a rat. This is a present perfect tense. Have caught. When there is a have, then obviously there is a hidden YHS has. There is a hidden YHS has, and this is a present perfect. What is a present perfect be verb? So present perfect be verb is B-E-E-N, been. Okay. Now let's change this sentence into passive voice. So what is the object here? A rat is the object. So write on here a rat. A rat is a singular, and a rat takes have or has. Obviously a rat take has. A rat has. Then we need the be verb after return. This has, then what is a be verb? Be-en been, because this is a present perfect. A rat has been, and verb 3 is caught. C-A-U-Z-S-T, caught. A rat has been caught by them. Okay. This is called assertive sentence. Why assertive? Because it starts with the subject. Now how to make it interrogative? Ask no questions. Have they C-A-U-Z-S-T, caught a rat? Then question mark. Have they caught a rat? This is ask no questions, because answer start with yes. They have caught a rat. No, they haven't caught a rat. So this is called ask no question, and it starts with the auxiliary verb. Now how to change this sentence into passive voice? Let's take example here. Write down here has here. Has a rat been C-A-U-Z-S-T, caught by them? Then question mark. Has a rat been caught by them? This is called passive interrogative sentence. Ask no questions. Today I'm very sorry that we could not cover all. So still we are raised to how to make passive voice of imperative and operative sentence. Even we are raised to practice other verbs which take different prepositions. So today I hope that you have understood how to use assertive and interrogative sentence into passive voice. And I have shown you the everything: subjective, objective case, big subject. Still we are used to big subject in passive voice and active voice, and why there should not be big subject in passive voice, how there should not be. We are still rest. So obviously we don't have enough time now. So next time obviously we will discuss. So I hope you will watch this video in YouTube so that you have well information about all essential parts of the voice, so that it will be very easy while learning voice. Thank you everyone. Stay happy, Stay safe. Thank you.